Today we're attending a United States Navy graduation ceremony aboard the USS Yorktown. Permission to come aboard. Hi, and welcome to Yeti at Large. This is a channel focused on making the most out of what you have, no matter where you're at. Thanks for tuning in and helping out. In World War II, there was a famous correspondent named Horace Bristol, a photojournalist. He was instructed to not photograph the war, but to photograph the soldier. In that spirit, we'll try to capture this graduation program from the sailor's perspective. And as anybody knows in the United States Navy, your first enemy is rust, and rust never sleeps. These graduation ceremonies are important, and here's the most dangerous man in the room. This is an E9. Those are hard-won stripes on his sleeve. While the sailors muster for the ceremony, let's take a huge step back and look at why these graduation ceremonies are so important. Terms of leadership and responsibility. This is a DD-727, the USS Laffey minesweeper destroyer. She's moored right next to the Yorktown. She has a sister ship, the DD-464 Hobson, a ship you've never heard of, involved in an accident you don't know about. This is the memorial for the Hobson. Due to a still unexplained failure in leadership, command, and communication, the Hobson took a turn in front of an aircraft carrier, a ship 15 times her size, sliced her clean a half, and in 4 minutes, all but a handful of souls went to the bottom of the Azores, my uncle among them. So this is why speakers tasked with delivering commencement speeches at graduation ceremonies try to impart wisdom, try to impart the importance of leadership, command, and control. Let's take a moment of silence for those sailors, and then we'll go back to the graduation ceremony.
Naval Safety Command arriving.
So pomp and circumstance over, we got changed out of our formal attire into our civvies. It's time for a big lunch and lots of smiles. Let's find someplace quiet to try and recap the commander's commencement speech. Operator error on the camera, I failed to capture it, but it was everything a commencement speech should be: concise, thought-provoking, and important. This is our third try to recap the commander's commencement speech. We're here in Thumb Butte, Prescott, Arizona. Now, I'll take the same amount of time or less, but I won't have a fraction of the charisma that he has. This is a battle-hardened task force commander who was speaking to sailors that he had a vested interest in their success and they're moving forward with the United States Navy. The commander gave him 3 pieces of advice: fight from the high ground, improve your fighting position, fire on your own target. Now, all three of those have combat instructions attached to them, but he was also talking in a much deeper sense about integrity and honesty and success in the workforce and in life. Fight from the high ground. A vastly inferior force can defend the high ground over a vastly superior force because you never want to have to attack uphill. One of the things the commander also meant was make sure that you have honesty, integrity, and truth on your side. That's the high ground he was talking about. If you find yourself in the low ground, abandon that fight, run to trouble and fix it and occupy the high ground every time. Improve your fighting position. I love this one because the commander was speaking about having Marines on his boat, and the first thing a Marine's going to do is when they get where they're going is improve their fighting position. Dig a foxhole. But what he also meant too is no matter what endeavor you're involved in, improve that fighting position. Education, training, references, affiliations, tenure, all those things that you can do to improve your position in your current endeavor. Whether you're working in a crime lab somewhere, you're in the United States Navy, or you're taking your first job working at the animal shelter, you can improve your fighting position every time. And then the last one meant the most to me. Fire on your own target. Being in law enforcement for several years, I've shot dozens and dozens of pistol qualifications. And inevitably, almost every time, we would walk up to the targets after a string of fire, and one target would have no holes in it, and the other target would have twice as many holes as it should, because somebody was firing on the wrong target. Now in combat, firing on the wrong target leaves another target unattended and can be very dangerous. But in business and in life, it can be very detrimental to your career and your success. Don't get busy about what other people are doing. Don't try to do someone else's work, especially if you're envious, if you think they've got a favored position or a better task or a better job. Make sure you are focused on your responsibilities and the things that you need to take care of. Fire on your own target. That's the only way to improve your position. If you feel like you've been dealt a bad hand, then firing on your own target and cleaning up your own work and your own responsibilities is the only way to improve that. Thank you, Commander. That was an excellent commencement speech and an excellent graduation ceremony. I wish all the sailors involved in that the best of luck and the highest degree of safety with their career.
If you've made it this far, thank you. We appreciate you tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share this channel with a friend. Leave a comment down below with your own experiences of military graduations and leadership speeches.